So the NAACP wants to keep black folks away from Florida, but I wonder what the real reason is. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we're going to talk about the NAACP issuing a quote-unquote travel advisory for the state of Florida to keep black folks and other quote-unquote people of color and the LGBT from visiting and or living, because they say the state is openly hostile toward these groups by eliminating diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, by trying to remove some of the LGBT stuff away from Black history courses in college, and a few more things. Now, I don't understand what's really going on here. Florida is the place to be right now. Everybody wants to go to Florida. And when I say everybody, I don't mean every human on planet Earth. I'm sure there are a few of us that don't want to go to Florida, but it's a hot spot right now. People are flocking to Florida in droves. I think I read that they say there's 1,000 plus or up to 2,000 people per day moving to the state. So that's quite a few people. They're not losing people like California, New York, Illinois. They're not losing anybody. They're gaining people. Okay, people are flocking to Florida because it's a great place to be. You got freedom. It's not super expensive. Well, it's getting kind of expensive as far as rentals and whatnot, but that's going to happen when everybody comes there. If you got a bunch of Californians that come to Florida and they're buying houses in cash for more than what they're worth, of course you're going to have costs rise. Florida is a place to be. And you know what? I've been to quite a few cities in Florida. I've been to Tampa, Orlando, Miami, Jacksonville, etc. But you know, my favorite city in Florida is Tampa. My absolute favorite city. I love their environment. I love just going there. It's a great place. You know, go to St. Pete, go to the beach, Raymond James Stadium, all of that. And you know who else loves Tampa? You know who else loves Tampa? This guy right here, Mr. Leon Russell. This is the chairman of the NAACP Board of Directors. Look at his location right there. Do you see that highlighted in the red triangle? Tampa, Florida. So, sir, you should be able to move anywhere, right? You're the chairman of the NAACP Board of Directors. I'm sure you got a little bit of money, right? So you're in Tampa. That's your home base. Why don't you lead the charge and move away from Tampa? You don't want to do that, right? So you can be in Tampa. You can enjoy the beautiful environment, the safety, the freedom, all this and that, but you don't want us to. You don't want blacks and the browns and the LGBT and everybody else to do it. And before I continue, I just want to say that I don't like them constantly trying to place the black and the browns and the LGBT, especially the black and the LGBT. It's like, what does being black have to do with being gay? If you gay, you gay. I don't care what color you are. It is what it is. But why am I all of a sudden, why am I automatically lumped into that because I'm black? I hate that, but different story. I digress. Here's a quick video from CNN about the travel advisory, because I want to hear a little bit more about the reasons why they want to keep us away from the state. It seems kind of racist, like segregation. Hey, black folks, don't move here. Go over there. Stay over there in your side of town, in your neck of the woods, but don't stay right here. Okay, let's go ahead and roll it.
NAACP has issued a travel advisory for Florida, and it's urging the black community to avoid visiting or moving to the Sunshine State. According to the statement, the advisory comes in direct response to Republican Governor Ron DeSantis' quote, aggressive attempts to erase black history. And it calls Florida openly hostile toward African Americans, people of color, and the LGBTQ individuals.
So let's talk about the black history part first, because I'm not sure how we linked them removing quote unquote black history with LGBT. What's that got to do with it? Again, we're not the same. Just because you get it does not mean you automatically have a claim to being black as well. But I'm getting triggered, so I digress. They're not trying to erase black history in Florida. What's happening is we don't want to have the LGBT experience infused into AP black history courses in college. I mean, last I checked, that was not part of it. When I was hearing about Harriet Tubman, Underground Railroad, Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Huey P. Newton, I did not hear about the LGBTQ experience. I did not hear about it. But now in 2023, A lot of these advanced college courses were trying to lump that part in there. Okay. Civil rights, same thing. They want to turn civil rights into an all-inclusive movement rather than being about black people, which is what it was supposed to be. Okay. MLK was not out there talking about my gay brothers and sisters. He's talking about my black brothers and sisters. Malcolm X, same thing. So why are we all of a sudden now trying to change history? That is not anti-black. That is not anti-people of color, which, again, that term is so dumb. That's nothing more than color people backwards with an of in the middle. You might as well just say coloreds at this point, but we're not the same. We're not in the same category. Black history is black history. If you want to talk about anything dealing with gay people, then have their issues be separate and not automatically attached to black history. That is the point. How is that being openly hostile toward anyone? It's just talking about the truth and that's it. But let's talk about the rest of this video.
CNN has reached out to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for comment but did not receive a response.
So them talking about DeSantis, that's what it's about, really, because DeSantis, we all know he's going to announce he's going to run for president. He's going to go up against Trump in the primary election, try to become the nominee for the Republican Party, which he has a good chance of doing. It's going to be a battle because Trump is still polling very high. But it's all about that. They don't really have dirt on DeSantis, so they got to try to make his accomplishments be seen as things that are harmful. And they're having some kind of success to those who are on the left, because I've answered the same question quite a bit from leftists, like, hey, what about your boy DeSantis? He's trying to eliminate black history. No, he's not. Not eliminating black history when we say we don't want to have the LGBT experience infused into it when that didn't exist. If the LGBT experience was part of black history, like let's say Harriet Tubman was gay, but she wasn't. She was married to a man throughout the entire experience. But if she was, then that'd be part of it. But what they're trying to do right now is change history. We're not a fan of that. And speaking about Florida a little bit more broadly, beyond black history, all that kind of stuff, Florida, like I said, it's a place to be. Some are going to try to blame DeSantis for the rise in housing costs. But again, how is that his fault? If Californians come down with a bag of money, same thing with New Yorkers, Chicagoans, wherever they, all over the world with a big bag of money, and they're buying up real estate in cash for more than what it's worth. They're filling their apartments up. You're having a supply issue because there's so much of a demand for housing, for jobs and everything else. It's a struggle to keep up. So that's what's causing the prices to rise. It's not DeSantis' fault. I mean, I guess you could say he's to blame, but it's not a bad thing that costs are going up. What's happening with the costs going up is a sign of success. Your state is so attractive. It's attracting so many people that the prices are going up as a result. It's simple supply and demand. All right. If you have 1,000 apartments and 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 applicants, all you can do to sift through all the applicants is raise the price. That's economics 101. All right. It's if you only have 100 things and 5,000 people want to buy it, they can buy it. You're going to sell out. All you got to do is just raise the price up. You're going to reduce the number of people that want it or that can afford it, but they will still buy it and you can still make your money. That's just how it is. But as I close, I want to say this. I'm not sure who listens to the NAACP anymore. Is that a trusted organization? I don't think so. They are pretty much useless. NAACP, really, at this point, a lot of your Black Lives Matter and whatnot have more, I guess you would say, sway than the NAACP. Not that I'm a fan of either organization, but let's keep it all the way real. The NAACP is pretty much useless. They don't do anything. They talk. They may say something, but they do nothing. They really don't do anything. This travel advisory is dumb. It's a way for them to try and attack Ron DeSantis. They probably were paid to do it because you got some big super PACs out there, big Democrat money. They're doing the bidding of the Democratic Party through the money, through the, some of these big donations, in my humble opinion. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what said you? How do you feel about the NAACP's travel advisory for Florida? Are you going to follow that? Are you not going to go to Tampa, Florida? Although the NAACP's chairman lives in Tampa, whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys should know where I'm at. To me, this seems like, hey, black folks, don't interrupt what we got going on. Hey, people of color, don't come here. Let it be for us. Let us have all the fun. Let us live in Tampa and it's crime free and all this. And let us have this. You guys don't come here. If more you guys come here, things are going to get more expensive because of supply and demand for jobs and housing and everything else. So don't come here. That's what it reads like to me. Although in reality, it's probably more of a hit piece on DeSantis. It kind of acts as a deterrent. And if people don't want to come down to Florida because they think it's racist, then I don't think Floridians would really be upset. You know, if you're living in Florida right now and the traffic in your town, your city, whatever, is getting horrendous because of all the new transplants, you're not going to be mad at the NAACP for issuing that advisory. People listen, okay? You have your own reasons for not really being mad. It's not even about racism. It's about, hey, man, we full. We're totally full. So if you really hate Florida that bad, you really want to stay away, and you want to heed the NAACP's warning, I don't think you'd be really upsetting the black, the white, Puerto Rican, candy stripe Floridians who already live there, who enjoy their state, who enjoy the policies, who enjoy the politics. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.